This question that I have with me is also a why question, and I want to show you how to answer this question if it happens to be a question that will be given to you by WAEC. All right, the question says that figure 2 shows a polygon sides PQ equals QR and equals 40 mm. PT equals RS and equals 60 and ST equals 80. Question number figure 1 says that draw the given polygon. Draw the given polygon. And question number figure 2 says draw a triangle equal in area to the polygon. Roman figure 2 says that measure and state all the sides of the triangle. Okay, so we are going to answer these questions. The first thing to do is to replicate the figure that we are given. To replicate the figure that we are given. That's the first thing that we are going to do. Okay, so we are going to make use of these dimensions to produce or to answer all these questions that we are given. Now, the first thing that you need to do is to draw a line. So draw a straight line here. Okay, now with your ruler, so we are told that PQ, so this is PQ, PQ is the base, it's on this line, so it is 40 mm, PQ is 40 mm, so take 40 mm on this line here, take 40 mm, so here to here is 40 mm, so this is 40 mm. All right, so and if you look at this line PT and line QR, QR is inclined at an angle 30 degrees to this horizontal line, and PT is inclined at an angle 60 degrees to the horizontal line. So we have to make sure we produce that. So take your 60 degrees set square. So let me show it here that this is point P. So this is P on the line, and this is point Q on the line. All right, so with your 60 degrees set square, so bring it to this point and produce a line. Okay, produce this line, and with 30 degrees set square, so come to this side, so move this 30 and produce a line like this. All right, so after doing all this, so the next thing that we need to do is that we are told that QR is also 40 and PT is equal to RS, which is equal to 60. So let's take QR first. So QR is 40 mm. So take 40 mm. So this is 40 from here to here with your compass. So take 40 mm here. So this is 40. So put it here and make an arc here. So make an arc here. All right, so this point here, so this arc that we have here, so this is R, so this is point R. Okay, so the next thing that I want to get is my RS. So RS is 60 in the question. RS is 60 in the question. So take 60 mm with your compass. So take 60 mm with your compass. So put it, the pinpoint on R, and make an arc here. So put it here and make an arc. Put it on R and make an arc here. All right, so we have this arc here. All right, then the next thing that I want to do is to get my PT, so point C on this line. So, and we are told that PT is also equal to 60. So that 60, I will still make use of it. So just put it at this point P here. So put 60 at point P here and make an arc on this line. So make an arc on this line here, like this. Okay, so this is point C here. This is point C here. All right. So the next thing that we are going to do is that I need to connect T with S. I need to connect T with S here. So I've not located my point S on this arc. So I'm going to do it now because we are told that ST is 80 mm. So with your compass, take 80 mm on your ruler. Take 80 mm on your ruler. So this is 80. So this is 80 mm here. So put your compass at C here and make an arc here. All right, so make an arc here. So these two arcs, they intersect at this point. They intersect at this point. They meet at this point. So this is point S here. All right, so I'm going to join this together now. So join this together. So join ST together with a straight line. So this is it. And also join RS together with a straight line. And so let's make this thick. Okay. So as the question says that we should draw the given polygon. So we have drawn the given polygon now. So the next thing that we are going to do is that we are told that we should draw a triangle equal in area to the polygon. A triangle equal in area to the polygon. So how do we do that? How do we do that? So what you need to do is that we are going to join. Okay, so let's extend this line first. So we'll extend this line first. So let's extend it more. So it goes like this, and it goes like this. So next thing I will do is that join PS together. Join PS together. So join PS together with a straight line, and QS with a straight line. QS with a straight line. Join them together. Okay, so we join like this. All right, so after doing this, so the next thing that we need to do is that take your set square, take your set square and set it along line PS like this. Set it along line PS. So this is line PS. So take your ruler and use it to support your set square. So what we are going to do is that we are going to move this set square to point T here. So when we move it to this point, it will touch somewhere here, and we draw a line. We draw a line from wherever it touched on this line. So we draw a line. So we are going to draw a line that will connect point T and that point on this line together. So that line that we have drawn will be parallel to line PS. What I mean is this. So you move it now. You move. Okay. So when you get to this point, we stop it there. So when you get to point T, stop it there, and you draw a line like this. Okay. So draw a line. So then take it again. So bring it to point S here. So bring it to QS here. So take it. So set it like this. And then so move the set square to point R. So this is it. Okay. So draw a line. Draw a line here. Okay. So ST. So this is point U, and this is point V here. Okay. So the next thing that we are going to do is that, so the triangle that you want to draw now. So the next thing that we're going to do is that take your ruler or your set square. So your ruler or your set square. So join SU together and V. Join them together with a straight line. So SU and SV, join them together with a straight line. So this is it. Okay. So and then connect SV together. Okay. All right. So here is it. So this is solution to the question. So the triangle that we're asked to draw that will be equal in area to the given polygon PQRST is triangle UVS or USV. So that is triangle that is equal in area to the given polygon. So questions like this usually come from areas of plane figures. So this triangle that we have drawn has the same area with this polygon PQRST. So I also have another question that I want to, or I have something similar that I want to solve, in which I can ask you to produce. So part of the question says that we should measure and state all the sides of the triangle. We should measure and state all the sides of the triangle. So that's what we are going to do now. So we have three sides. So we have side SU. So side SU so is equal to, so SU, side SU, so is equal to, and we also have side SV, so is equal to, and side UV, so is equal to. So let's take the measurement. So here we have what? We have SU first. Okay, so on my ruler, with this measurement that I've taken, I have 132 mm. 132 mm. So 132, my SU is 132 mm. But you have to write it in this way. So 132 plus or minus 1. This is how you should write it if you are answering a question like this for in WAEC. So write whenever you're asked to measure, so make sure you add plus or minus 1 there. Okay, then my SV now. So SV, okay, so here I have 78 mm. So this is 78 mm. So I will write 78 plus or minus 1. And then we also have UV now. So taking the measurement of UV, so I have this to be 135. So this is 135 plus or minus 1. Okay, so 135 plus or minus 1. So we have answered all the questions. Okay, so I said I have a similar problem that I want to solve, something that is similar to this, which I can ask you to do. So this has to do with, I need to turn this paper to the other side because this paper is, okay, in case WAEC asks you to construct a square which is equal in area to a given rectangle. If you are asked to construct a square which is equal in area to a given rectangle, so the first thing that I need to do is to draw the rectangle. So we are going to draw the rectangle now. So let's say the length of the rectangle is, so let me take 80 mm. So 80 mm. Let me take 80 mm. Okay, from here to here is 80. That's the length. And let's say the width of the rectangle. The width of the rectangle is, let me use 30 mm for that. The width is 30 mm. Okay, so from here to here, so this is 30 mm here. Okay, then we also produce, okay, so this is 30. So I'll complete the rectangle now. Okay, so this is the rectangle. So let's call this rectangle, let's call it rectangle ABCD. Okay, so this is the rectangle. All right, so don't forget that what we are doing is that we want to construct a square that will be equal in area to this rectangle. So the next thing that you need to do is that extend line AB at B to your right like this. Okay, now you take your compass, put the compass at point B and extend it to point C here. Extend it to this point here and draw an arc. Draw an arc like this. So the arc goes. Like this. Okay. So wherever I touch here, call it, this is point E. This is point E here. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to construct a rectangle. We are going to construct a semicircle between A and E, between point A and E. So before we can do that, we have to know the midpoint of line AE. So meaning that we have to bisect line AE. So put your compass at point A and extend it to any convenient radius. So draw an arc here. Draw an arc down here. Okay, so with that same radius, take it to point E. Okay, so this will not work. So I need to extend this compass. I need to extend it a bit. Okay, so then take it to point E here and draw an arc here. Okay, so joining the point of intersection of these two arcs together, of this. Okay, all right, so this give me the midpoint here. So this is the midpoint. So let me call this midpoint of line AE. Let me call it X. Okay, so put the compass at point X here and extend your compass to E. Extend it to point E here. Then let me check it. Yeah, it's okay. Then draw a semicircle. So draw a semicircle like this. Okay, so draw a semicircle. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is that extend BC. Extend BC. So extend BC from here. Extend BC. So yes. So wherever this line touch on line BC, wherever this line that we have extended, line BC that we extended, so you touch this semicircle at this point. So let's call this point, let's call it point F. Okay, so line BF is the length or side of the square that they are constructing, which should have equal area as that of the rectangle. So just take this distance BF. Okay, take the distance BF and make an arc on this line here. Oh, so take BF and make an arc on this line. Is it? Okay, so then put the compass at this point F here and make an arc. Then so draw a line at this point to meet. Okay, so draw a line here to touch the semicircle. Is it? Alright, so and join these together. So this point is what? EF, and this is point G here. And this is point H. Okay, so join FG together. Join FG together. So this is it. Alright, so the square that has equal area of that of the rectangle is BFGH. So it has equal area as that of the rectangle that we have, as that of the rectangle ABCD. So this is how to solve a problem like this. So WAEC may ask you to do something like this. So I've explained, just make sure you practice it. So the first one and second one, they come from a topic area of plane figures, areas of plane figures. So there we usually talk about plane figures that have equal area, as that of the polygon and that of triangle that I did first, and also this the area of the rectangle and this that of this square, they are equal. Thank you.